Hey, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning. Great morning, you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Where y'all at? Day 2 of 2023. It is 1/2/2023. Come on in, y'all. Let me turn on my do not disturb. I turn on my do not disturb. Ooh, y'all, this is going to be a word that just hit me when I said that. My God. Y'all come on in, share the broadcast, because I'm limited in my ability to share right now. I don't have my iPad with me, so I can't do my normal group shares. So I need you all to make up the difference for me and go ahead and share. Great morning, April. How are you, gorgeous? Girl, I got your text message. I just couldn't even think to focus to try to answer the question, but I will this morning. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all come on in, come on in. Thank you, April, for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Y'all come on in. Good morning, Sheila. How are you, gorgeous? Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy New Year, everybody. We still on the Happy New Year. Come on in. Come on in. Baby, this a word right here. I'm trying to tell y'all this a word. Good morning, baby. Thank you for sharing. All right, y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So listen, as I was sitting here and I was trying to figure out, Lord, what am I to say to your people, God? He said, do not disturb. Well, I really didn't know where he was going with it, right? Until I said, hold on, let me turn on my do not disturb. Baby, when I did that, that's when I knew what he was saying. Listen, God said, turn on the do not disturb on your life. Stop allowing people to disturb your peace, to disturb your joy, to disturb your forward progression, to disturb your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Stop allowing people to disturb you. Turn on your do not disturb. Let me say what I love about the do not disturb. Now, y'all gonna get this. What I love about the do not disturb is once I turn it on, no calls can come through. No notifications can come through. Now, listen, there's an exception, right? So the way my do not disturb is set up is that if it's someone who is on my favorites list, someone who is someone that I say, hey, this person is important to me. If they call multiple times, then they can get through, but only after multiple tries. Oh, y'all, listen, y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me now. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. They can only get through in the event of an emergency, which is indicated by multiple calls from the person on my favorites list, my important people list. That's the only way they can get through. Why you got everybody getting through? Why you letting everybody disturb you? Why you allowing people that don't have any significance in your life for real disturb your peace, disturb your joy, disturb your forward movement? So listen, let me tell y'all. So yesterday, for New Year's, Tim and I brought in the New Year together in Birmingham, Alabama, and so we decided to go see my kids in Auburn. And my son had a game. So, we, went to the game. They got us tickets. We went to the game. We sat on the first row. We were able to spend time with the grands, with the daughter in love. And one of the things that really stood out to me about that experience was, let me figure out how best to say it. One of the things that stood out to me about that experience was that it felt different. It felt different. Now, my visits with my kids are important to me. My grandkids, I love them. Speaking of my grandkids, let me go and show y'all the boys. Let me show you Joseph and Isaac. Y'all see Brooklyn and Madison all the time. Let me show y'all Joseph and Isaac. Huh, huh. Listen, Joseph and Isaac. Joseph Malachi. Okay, this is Joseph Malachi. And he is, listen, so my son didn't realize this, but his grandfather's name was Joseph. Well, great grandfather, my grandfather's name was Joseph. Malachi, he named him after his brother who passed, right? Who was premature. He was born too early. He came too early. And then Isaac. Notice both of them have biblical names. Listen, now I believe in a biblical name. My son Daquan said, Mama, why did you do that to me? Why did you do that to me, Mama? But that's Joseph and Isaac. And I was watching them, and I was watching them with my boo, and I was watching how easily they connected, how easily, they don't be that easy with me. And I'm their grandmama biologically, right? But they just were very easy with him. They developed a very easy, very smooth connection, right? And you got to know this about kids. Kids, especially kids that act funny. And my grandkids act funny. They funny acting grandkids, but they just connected with him. And it gave me yet another confirmation. See, listen, some people, their very presence disturbs you. Have you ever been around someone that their very presence, like they ring your phone, and just to see their number and their name just does something to your spirit? You just be like, oh God, here we go. These kids recognized something in him that gave them a sense of peace, a sense of comfort, a sense of security. But he's really good with kids, right? He's really good with kids. He's good with people, period. But and that's a blessing because not everybody is. Okay. So as I was watching this, and then I was just watching, the people there at the game, because y'all, I don't really do well with a whole lot of people. Well, fortunately, it wasn't a whole lot of people, but I was there, and I was watching people. I was people watching. I was observing. I tend to be very observant of my surroundings. And God just began to show me things. Listen, I watched people watch the kids just, be on the floor, roll around. That disturbed my peace. That disturbed my peace because I'm thinking, oh my God, what if they get on the court? Now they do this all the time. Now this is they live there. Like, my son Trevellis grew up on campus, on college campus. Like they grew up in the arena. They grew up in the arena. They grew up, on the court. They've grown up around basketball. They've grown up around sports. So it's very familiar to them. So for people, it didn't disturb them. It disturbed me. Now listen, it disturbed me, it made my nerves bad. Now I'm like, oh Lord, no, Jesus. Oh, and I'm trying not to be a black mama and snatch a child up, one that is not mine and one that is not connected to me. I'm trying not to snatch nobody's children up, right? And so I was watching them, and I noticed something. And this is what God said: when you're a child, you don't allow limits to exist in your life. What, God? You don't allow limits. It didn't matter that there was a line out there that separated the playing area from the part where everybody else could walk. It didn't matter. Those kids did not see the line. The line didn't mean stop to them. The line was there, but it didn't stop them. How many times in our lives do we not even see a line, but we allow ourselves to be stopped by our own thoughts, our own fears, our own insecurities? See, my nerves were bad because I'm like, they might get on the court, they might get hurt. Oh my goodness, let me get them. They're out there living their best life, unbothered by what was going on around them, in it, enjoying it in the moment, taking full advantage, taking full access of everything that was around them while my nerves is bad. Well, you want to know why people are stressed out about what's going on in your life and why their nerves are bad? Because they're looking at you live a life they wish they could live without constraints that they have placed upon themselves. So therefore, they resent your freedom and your liberation. I had to, in my parenting style, I had to modify my parenting style because what I realized was a lot of the stuff that was done to us created those fears, those insecurities, those doubts, that lack of belief in us, those things that said, well, you can't do that because you da 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 da, right? And so I had to choose parenting differently. Oh, that was after the first two. The first two got all of that. They got all of my stuff, my fears, my insecurities. You don't move, be perfect. Don't cross the line. You bet not. I wish I would. Like they got all of that. The next generation didn't get it like that. Micah was the in between. She got kind of a mixture of the two, but those boys didn't. They didn't get that. They didn't get all of those limits. So they see possibilities where, we see what you don't have. So I'm trying to, understand and give myself permission for the kids not to be perfect. Because in my mind, I'm thinking people gonna be thinking these kids is out of control. Somebody get these little black kids. That's what my mind is thinking. That's all I'm saying. That's what these white people is thinking. These black kids are out of control. You see? See, they can't even control their kids. That's what's going on in my mind, right? Because in my mind, I'm thinking about all the things that white people think about us, right? And how we have to work so hard to prevent them from thinking those things. Listen, why are we putting all of these extreme limitations on these kids? For what? You better turn on the do not disturb and stop allowing other people's opinions of you, your life, what you're doing, your family, how you live your life, how you move, how you dress, how you show up, how you speak. Stop allowing those limitations to stop you. My baby says, say that. And I did, baby. Hopefully you were proud. Sheila said, thank you. God bless you. Oh, mind and heart a little wondering. Do not disturb. I guess that's my word containing this situation and circumstance that got me roared up and bothered. My truth. Amen. Do not disturb. Listen, you got goals, you got plans, you got things that you want to do. Turn on your do not disturb. Stop allowing people and their situations and their stuff from disturbing you to the point where you can't do what God has called you to do. In 2023, my do not disturb is on do not disturb. If it's not someone that's really important to me, if it's not an emergency, do not disturb. I will not allow you to disturb nor disrupt my life and what's going on in my life. You ain't gonna steal my joy and you can't break my soul. You can't break my soul. You won't break my soul. I tell everybody. I'm telling everybody, you won't break my soul. Can you tell some people around you, you won't break my soul? You won't take my life. You won't take my joy. You won't take my contentment. You won't take my determination nor my resilience. Listen, I'm determined and resilient to live my best life in 2023. I'm not being moved by people, circumstances, and situations. Listen, that which I can control, I control. And that which I can't, oh well, listen, it is what it is, right? Until we can do something about it. I am not going to allow anything nor anyone to disrupt my life. Do not disturb is turned on. See, this is the other thing about the do not disturb. Great morning, Corey. Do not disturb serves as a filter. My God. Filters what's coming in, when it can come in. It filters it. You can set your do not disturb for whatever time frame you want. You can set it for an hour. You can set it, until you turn it off. You can set it for a certain time period. You can set it until a certain time, and then once that time ends, and the do not disturb automatically, turns off so that you can receive incoming calls. Listen, there are things which you got to turn on a permanent do not disturb on. Okay. There are things that you got to turn the do not disturb on so that you can accomplish something within a specific time frame. And then there ought to be hours of your day and your life where your do not disturb is on. And that is time that is set aside specifically for you and God, for those things that are important to you, for your self-care. Turn on your don't be afraid to turn on your do not disturb. See, I don't even keep my ringer on. People be like, why don't you have your ringer on? Because my phone does not control me. There was a season in my life where my phone and my notifications controlled me. Every time a notification went off, I had to check and see what it was. Every time the phone rang, I had to answer it and see who it was. And I stopped. I said, you know what? This phone is governing my life, and I refuse to allow it to do so. No, you don't dictate when I answer you. I'm not gonna answer because the phone rang. If it's important, I will get back to you. If it's someone that I want to talk to, I will answer it. And you may say, well, Dr. V, how are you going to answer the phone if it doesn't ring? If I see it, I can answer it. If I don't see it, I will call them back. But I have made a decision that because my phone was ringing so much, nonstop, because my notifications would go off nonstop, honey, I just decided I'm not doing this. I'm not living my life like this, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I just refuse to. I refuse to because I understand I don't even like notification sounds. If I hear a notification sound, it works my nerves. When the phone rings, my nerves be bad. I be like, it's the sound. It's all of the sound. And then I had to understand why. So let me say this. As a prophet, I am extremely sensitive when it comes to sound. It's like sound. And there's this thing called misophonia. Misophonia is when you are extremely bothered by sounds. I'm very sensitive to sounds. Like all those. Listen, one time it was so bad. I was in the beauty shop. This woman was getting her hair done, and her notifications kept going off. It was ding, 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 ding. I said, oh my God, I cannot with this, right? So I said, excuse me, baby, I'm so sorry, but listen, I'm getting older, honey, and my nerves can't take all them sounds. Is there any way that you could turn your notifications on vibrate? I would really appreciate it. It would just mean so much to me, and it would help me out so much. Baby, she looked at me like she wanted to cuss me out, but she didn't. But she turned her notifications on vibrate, and then she was doing that angry texting, that testing you do when you know you cussing about somebody. Oh, I know she said this be in here trying to tell me to turn my notifications off. This my phone. I let my phone do what I wanted to do, and you can, but you turned it on vibrate. Thank you so much. I don't care about your angry texting. Text your girl, tell her I don't care. Thank you so much for turning that notification off because it had my nerves bad. Like I can't do all those sounds. They disrupt my spirit. So listen, April came, and when April was here, April's notifications was on. And I said, is that your phone? Of course I know it's her phone. Is that your phone? I said, girl, is there any way you can turn the notifications off? Vibrate, girl. It's my nerves. Just it's a lot. It's a lot. But if you think about it, think about all the things that notify us. We have phone calls, text messages. We have our Facebook notifications, Instagram notifications, TikTok notifications. We have notifications from Twitter. We have notifications from our email. We've got all of these things notifying us, right? So we get all of these notifications. The notifications tell us, hey, something's happening over here. Check it out. Come look, come look. And we wonder why we cannot stay focused. We're being notified to death. Notified to death. Just notification, 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 notification. And we allow it to dictate our lives. Great morning, Frida. Right, April. Right. Those sounds, April said, and that is true. I'm a witness about those sounds. Tim talking about she got me too, April. Listen, y'all. And I don't, it's not my intention to take over people's spaces. That's not my intention. But I've learned in life, if you don't ask for what you want or need, then no one can read your mind. And usually there's a compromise that can be come to. There's a way that you can compromise. There's a way that both people's need. See, I believe in being creative and problem solving. I believe creative problem solving is a thing. And too often we think it's either this or that. It doesn't have to be either one of those. There can be a way that both people's needs are met where you have a win-win and everybody's getting what they want and what they need. But you got to be able to articulate those things in order to get there. All I know is this: life is too short to allow people to take you out of your zone, that space, that spot. Baby, 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 come give me a hug. He leaving me, y'all. Baby. Okay, baby, love you. Corey's talking about here I am not hearing my notifications. I guess I should count it joy. Come on now, listen, I'm trying to tell you. 111. Baby, I got a 111 as you depart. beginnings. New beginnings. Be safe, boo. Yes, April. I'm listen. Y'all look, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Life is too short not to live it fully. It's too short not to take full advantage of it. And it's too short to allow other people, circumstances, and situations to dictate it. Corey, he gone, girl. But he'll see it on the comments. Hey, Catherine, how are you, beautiful? She said, my nerves are bad and I get irritable over getting annoyed when I allow my feelings and emotions to take place for people. I began to wonder. This word is for me. Do not disturb. I always answer. I see what I need to do. Do not disturb because they are important to me does not necessarily mean I am important to them. Communication and conversation is necessary, but it's not always happen the way we expect. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what is it? And when is it that you need to turn on your do not disturb? I'm going to tell y'all something. And I'm going to try to say it as nicely as possible. My do not disturb is on for all mess and foolery. All mess and foolery. Keep that over there with you. And y'all, listen, you don't have to have certain emotions or allow certain emotions to reign in your life. You don't, you choose it. So you can't even blame the people. You got to blame yourself. It's your fault. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it's your fault. It's your fault you feeling the way you feeling because you have allowed other people's feelings and what they do and what they say to shift you emotionally. That's your fault. It's not their fault. Don't even be mad at them. That's on you. You control the filter. You control the do not disturb switch. Listen, you can say what you want to, do what you want to, feel how you want to. That's your business. That's your prerogative. It doesn't have to move me. It's your right. Everybody has a right to their own feelings, emotions, and thoughts. It's your right. But it doesn't mean that I have to respond to them. It doesn't mean that I have to, um, doesn't mean that I have to be moved by them. And I choose not to. See, once I understood that, it changed the game because the things that used to would take me off course, off kilter, throw me into a tailspin, no longer throw me into a tailspin. Why? Because I control the direction in which I go, the direction of my emotions. I control that. So if I don't want it, I don't do it. If I don't like it, I don't allow it. I don't have to just let things be. And you don't either. But to do that, that means that you now have to assume responsibility for all the times in the past that you let people work your nerves. Don't allow them to take up residency in your space. And you have said a word right there, Frida. And that's facts. Don't allow them to take up. Don't allow it. You don't have to. You do not have to. Golan, I'm not interested in you increasing my live viewership. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not interested. I don't want it. Thank you. All right. So, what are we doing in 2023? Turning on the do not disturb. Do not disturb. Period. Point blank. That's it. The end. Listen, let me tell y'all what I'm going to do. Let me tell y'all what I'm going to do. So, as we're heading into our Forward Focus 21, I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about what God is doing. Oh my goodness. The fast starts February 8th. The fast will start February 8th. Leading up to that, we're going to be preparing. Like, you got to ask God, what am I going to fast? If you're not connected to the Forward Focus 21 group, put Forward Focus 21 and we will get you added. Don't miss an opportunity to invest 21 days at the beginning of the year to really setting your focus for the year. God is doing amazing things and I'm excited about it. Oh, did I say February? I'm trying to get married January 8th. I'm trying to get married because February 8th, we getting closer to the day. Listen, I'm trying to move into February already, y'all. Please, somebody help me. I'm trying to already be in February. I'm so ready to be married to this man, y'all. Listen, so ready to be married to this man. Oh my goodness. January 8th. January 8th. I thank y'all for catching it. I appreciate it. January 8th, right? January 8th. As we're heading to January 8th, I want to make sure that you all are plugged in. If you want to be added to the Forward Focus 21 group, put Forward Focus in the comments, and I'll make sure that you get added to the group. You'll get added to the group. In the meantime and in between time, this is what I'm going to say to you. God said, turn on the do not disturb. Stop allowing people to disturb your peace. Stay focused and watch what God does in 2023. Listen, I pray that you guys have an absolutely amazing and incredible day. You still have time to drop your manifested miracle seed, Go to Cash App, $DRV Walters, Cash App, $DRV Walters. Drop your manifested miracle seed there for the new year, baby. Listen, God, manifest all the miracles that your people stand in need of. Until tomorrow, or maybe sooner, who knows? I might surprise y'all. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.